Yes fam, it's your girl Mwii and I am back with another video for you guys. I don't know why I'm actually saying hi, so just getting straight into the video. I already prepped my face with my primers, but today the palette I'm going to be using, as you can see from the title below, is the Nubian 2 palette. Actually the Nubian palette, yeah. Nubian palette, and these are the pretty colors, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I just wanted to do a chit chat video, chit chat makeup get ready with me, because I do have some videos that I need to film. So this is me getting my butt up and doing what I have to do. So first color that we're gonna go in, and we're gonna use my usual fluffy brush as the crease color blender, and I'm just gonna go in with this shade over here, and I'm using my GRWMwii palette as a mirror. So what am I going to talk about today? I have this video, like this topic has been pending. I've recorded 2 videos on it and deleted the videos because I just got a bit too emotional. I was name dropping, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to talk about my experience and help others and share with others and just share what's happened to me. So long story short, at the beginning of this year I was very positive, very hype, had huge goals for what I wanted for 2020, and in one of those goals ended up being having clarity. And more clarity in my life, like clarity in my friendships, relationships especially, is like that what I focused on, and also clarity in myself, you know. I'm just gaining clarity, and in that gaining clarity ended up having one friend just decide that we're no longer friends, and she sent me $100 and walked out of my life. Like, sent me $100 a month prior to, exactly a month prior to the day she decided that we're no longer friends. And that kind of, it really upset me, because first of all, it's not like she just stopped talking to me. Well, it is like she just stopped talking to me, but we had plans to meet up and go to the Dr. Seuss event that I ended up going with Shmari. Shmari was gonna come too, but we're supposed to all go because we're all friends from Halifax. So we're all supposed to go there, and she ended up not showing, obviously, as you guys can see from the vlog. It was just me and Shmari. But she ended up not showing. And the day before, we're actually talking about what time she was gonna come and pick us up and what time we we're gonna go to the thing, and like basically making plans for the day. And she was in full contact, full cooperation, talking about how she was gonna meet, what time she was gonna come through and everything, and her excitement of how she's missed me so much and how she can't wait to see me, all that jazz, you know. So we were in communication. So for her to just up and dump me, it hurt a lot, especially because this actually isn't the first time that she has done this to me. So, but this is the last time that she is pulling that with me, because it's just clear. Like the second time, it was just clear. It's like, okay, this is a clear message. You don't mess with me anymore. Like, you don't think we're friends. So be gone, boo. Like, be gone, do you. I proceeded to block, well, not block, but basically unfollow her and delete her number, and she did the same thing. So that's one friend that I lost earlier this year. And basically my advice to anyone, if people just walk out of your life like unannounced, unexpected, like they literally just leave, it's not on you. Like, first thing I will say is don't blame yourself. I definitely tried to like find closure, and in that finding closure I ended up trying to blame myself. But I look back at like the first time it happened and looking back at how similar this time was, and I just decided, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give this person that much power to think that I will think that I'm somewhat broken without them. So I was like, okay, this is it, this is done. Alright, so I went in with tan on my eyelids, so this one, the shade on my eyelids, and I kind of want to add some sparkles to my eyes today. I haven't had like a shiny eye look in a minute. Okay, which one? Let's do this one. Just press. Oh, okay. I like the messy look that I'm doing right now. Alright, so that's the first situation. And then this next situation was like crazy to me. And this one is like, after you thinking about it and talking over it and like looking back and reflecting on like the events of the day, all I can say about this next situation, this next hard friend situation that I was in, is you can have a tough time and be going through something, but always allow people to be who they are. Like, allow people to express themselves the way they express themselves best, or they handle situations, even if it may not be the way you would do it, especially if it's not the way you would do it. Just allow people to be, because I've been in situations where I'm friends with some people and they end up saying my reactions to certain things are too much when really they're not. Like, it's just the way I react, and it's like I'm allowed to react to something the way I react. You know, like I'm allowed to have a day when I'm mad. Like, I'm allowed to not be in the mood to hang out with anyone. Everyone's allowed their days. But sometimes I ended up being in situations where, because I am an outgoing person and I can be fun and I can be laughing all the time and cracking jokes, that people forget that I can also get mad, or I can also get angry, you know. But I will say that as a person, I have matured a lot. Just the way I handle situations, the way I react to situations. I have become a lot more patient with like getting angry or like outbursts because of work. I would say work is really a big factor as to how I've like gained my patience, because before my job, like high school, I was the type, like I had like such a venomous mouth, low-key. Like I was the type, cross me, I'll cross you back 10 times harder. And now it's like, if I feel the way you're reacting is in a way where I'm like, I just let people be. Like I'm just like, okay, that's just them. Because at the end of the day, we're all going through something. Something's gonna happen to us. We're all gonna be put in certain situations where we have to meet new people, introduce ourselves again, like figure things out. And there are times where you just have to move on. And sometimes some friendships have its run, because sometimes when you're on a different level and people don't see that, you can't open their eyes for them, you know, you really can't, because some people will take forever to get it. Like I've been in a situation where some things I got it like this, like first few seconds, bam, I got it, I understood. And there's still some things that like from years ago that I'm still yet to figure out. And that's the same with everyone else. And that's what I've just come to realize. We just need to allow people to be, and like in that allowing people to be, I guess that's kind of like saying don't judge people. Like don't judge people, like especially if they've been in a certain kind of light, or yeah, like also don't judge people for being different. That's one thing. Like I know it's something that we always say and that we try to push and like try to practice, but it's definitely something that I've really shouldn't judge people. Like we really shouldn't judge. There's gonna be a moment where I'm going to have a nice big house, like I'll have a nice income, like nice streams of income, like nice flowing income, where like I won't be struggling of what I'm gonna eat. Like I know there'll be a time where I'll have more than 2 meals or 3 meals in a day, like because I can be able to afford it. Like I won't be like, oh no, so if I eat this much, then in the next few days, like everyone has their ups and downs. It's life, but you just have to enjoy it. Like you just have to enjoy every moment and actually live through every moment and actually experience it. Because as someone, low-key preaching to myself in this moment, as someone who plans almost anything and everything, sometimes I just need to enjoy what's in front of me and not really stress about the plan. And I really did that on my birthday. Like yeah, I kind of had a plan, but I didn't stress on it. I didn't focus on it. I didn't say that this was going to be what it is. This was going to be the main focus. Like no, like I ended up changing so many things and going way differently from what I had actually written down as to what I wanted to do. So it's kind of all over the place. But basically, sometimes when people walk out of your life, just let them. It's cool. There'll be a moment where you're gonna walk out of someone else's life. I have, for sure. I've had both situations where I've walked out of people's lives and people have walked out of mine. The last few years it's been more so of the other way around, but even then I'm not mad because I have great memories and I can think about those memories and that's it, and move on and create better memories with something else. So I've done my brows. I used the Precision brow pencil and the eyes are done. So now I am going to prepare my lashes, which I'm going to do off camera, and then I'll be back. Alright, so just going into the rest of the face. I'm going to put a bit of the High Glass primer just to give me a bit of a glue. Skin, I'm going to put on my forehead, cheeks, nose of course. This just gives the pre-highlight. It's when I highlight the actual face. It just gives a nice glow to the face. And I am going to use a brush. I'll use this one. Give me that golden glow. But yeah, so let's talk about when two people who have pride are friends and how that can break the relationship. Because pride is a powerful thing. It's a powerful drug, and some people are high strung on pride. Trust me, I've had my moments where I've had pride hold me in certain things, because I've had pride about something, a certain belief, so I hold on to it. But it's like, no, just let go sometimes, especially when you're in the wrong. Like, sometimes you have to be like, you know what, let me hold that out. I was actually wrong, and it is what it is. Let's move on, because it's okay. Everyone has their moments. Not everyone is always right. Even someone who gets it right all the time gets it wrong sometimes. And it's totally okay, but you need to remember that sometimes you just gotta let go of the pride. And I have been in situations where we can't reach an agreement because one person has pride and sticks to it. And sometimes in certain situations you can have, okay, agree to disagree, but nah. Certain situations people are wrong. And you don't see they're wrong because they think that the other person's wrong is much worse than theirs, but it's like, no, you're still wrong. Just because the other person has done more or has done quote unquote worse than you, when you do one mistake, that's still a mistake, regardless of if you compare it to someone who's killed 1,000 people and someone who hasn't. So make sure you check your pride when you're in a friendship, especially when a disagreement happens and that disagreement turns into like an argument and you start like name calling. Like, once you start name calling, the level of respect is just tarnished, because if like you can have an argument without resorting to calling people out of their name or like even yelling. It's possible to resolve disagreements, but once that level and that line is crossed of like even just calling people out of their name, out of their character, it's not cool. It's not cool. And like as a child, when you have people call you out of your name, you kind of, it's seen as teasing, you know, oh, sibling teasing, blah blah blah. But it's like as an adult, you look back and it's like, no, I was being called out of my name. Like, that's not the person I was. Like, that's not the kid I was. But you are labeled these things, seen as kiki and fun, but ends up affecting people when they're older and how they behave. And then it's like, if people tell you their backstory and like how they grew up, then you gain understanding for the certain way they move as an adult. But if you haven't gotten to know each other to the level where like you know each other's background, each other's history, then of course there's going to be problems and issues. Okay, my hand is kind of tired of holding a blender, so I'm going to go in with my brush, just blend everything out. So make sure you check your bread and leave it at the door when it comes to friendships. But I've also just reached the point where before I was looking for new friends, but not anymore. Like, yes, it sucks that my friends don't live close to me anymore, but I can still talk to them over the phone. We still text, we still call, and I've just come to conclude that my 6 best friends are all I need. Like, 10 was way too many to maintain, even like just to maintain, to balance, like it was way too many. And sometimes people outgrow you, and I think some people outgrow me, and it is what it is. Like, it just growth, and I'm not even mad about it. Like, we can love each other from a distance, but I'm just at a place where if you can't accept me for who I am, or if you can't detach my actions outside of you and our friendship, then we can't work. Like, that's just the plain facts. So now I just need to blend. And conceal my undereyes with a bit dark. set the face with my translucent powder. And this is just to like settle down all the oil from the product. Helps just to mattify the face, and also just helps with the overall blending with everything. The overall blending with my other face powders. Usually just sweepy and dusty over the face. The same brush, I'm gonna go in with my baking powder, and this is the shade 15.9 Warm Honey. The Can't Stop Won't Stop. Okay, and then for the face powder, going in with 17 cappuccino and this fluffy brush just to blend everything out. Okay, my cappuccino liner. lip gloss. Today I'm wearing Confetti from the Glossy Bossy. Now to set the face, and these are the 3 contenders. Bear with me. Matte and Radiant. This is the final look. Alright guys, I will see you in my next one.